But I sure ain't done nothing too wrong. Well, I ain't a gambler, a two-time rambler. I don't give my love on the run. But some people say I've hellfire to pay because I love whiskey and gin. Since I'm in trouble, gonna make it a double. I'm a sinner, yeah. Well, I'm a sinner part-time. With my whiskey and wine, I'm living on grace and a chicken of faith. I'm a sinner part-time. Well, I'm never thinking that till I'm paying and living too hard. And I take to the bottle to bury my sorrow. When the evening, it gets a little too long. Some people say that I've lost my way, but I've never been one to cast stones. So pour me another, I'll drink to my brother. I'm a sinner, yeah. Well, I'm a sinner part-time. With my whiskey and wine, I'm living on grace and a chicken of faith. I'm a sinner part-time. So I was telling y'all, I grew up in the Holy Roller tradition, right just a little south of here in Detroit, Michigan. Grew up singing gospel, hearing all sorts of good music. I loved going to church on Sunday, also on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, twice on Sunday, plus choir rehearsal, Sunday school. You know, sometimes we had those all-night services that they just kept going and going and going. People be jumping up and down, rolling around the aisles, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So I grew up loving going to church because I wanted to see what the adults were up to. That was some craziness. Always a good time. Didn't want to mess around with the children's church, coloring pictures and doing that kind of thing. So as I grew a little older, I learned one thing about my church. You're allowed to have all the fun you wanted in church. But as soon as you started having fun outside the church, there was a little bit of trouble to be had. The minister might see you over here on Main Street in Rochester in that house of ill repute, the billiard hall or whatnot, with a little drink of brown liquid in your hand, and he would have a message for you on Sunday morning. I also remember going to the pastor's house and he had a bottle of wine about this tall. That's the truth. So my mother, she is a good praying mom, and I think everybody should be lucky enough to have a good praying mom. But my mother, good Christian she was, had to tiptoe around the alcohol issue. So she had a brown coffee mug, brown with 3 brown stripes, brown, brown, and brown. And the nickname for that coffee mug was Wine Glass. Wild Irish rose wine, the bottom shelf stuff that you could sneak a little extra money out of the grocery fund. You know what I'm talking about? Today they have $3 chuck. A couple years ago it was $2 chuck. This was 75 cents a gallon chuck. That top shelf stuff with a 1/4 inch of dust sitting on it, you know? You have to stoop down to reach when you buy it. Come home from school on a day like this, the beginning of the school year, mom had a bad day, walk in the front door, the window air conditioning unit and the box fan blowing the aroma of wild Irish rose wine to the front of the house. Never wanted to drink growing up. But that's how we did it. So I got a little older, got a little wiser. I learned sometimes you have some bad days, you know, and you need a little boost to your faith. Sometimes you just need a little help, a little something to get you through that evening, that last few hours of the day. The apple didn't fall very far from the tree. But you know what, I do want to acknowledge right now, although I'm drinking for 2, this man has been sober for almost 2 years, my husband Dylan. I'm so proud of him. Leaves all the burden to me. You know, when people want to buy us a drink, I have to drink for 2. This song is for everybody that maybe you had somebody want to tell you you weren't quite enough, you didn't measure up because you're just a good person going about your business, you need a little extra something to get yourself through the day. That's okay. So you're a part-time sinner with me. We're all here at the right place, I think. We're at church, a bunch of sinners saved by grace, I hope. This one's for you. Well, I'm a sinner part-time. Am I skin high? I'm looking home grace and a jigger of faith. I'm a sinner part-time. Yeah. Well, I'm a sinner. Jigger faith.